Hey guys, my name is Jeff Pooler. I'm a Minnesota native. I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad. I really appreciate him getting me into the outdoors. It's been a huge part of my life growing up now. Did a little bit of hunting in high school, mostly waterfowl. Didn't really get into the whitetail scene until college, really, with bow hunting. Had a college buddy one year, my first year of college, wound up saying, "Hey, go get a bow. Let's go bow hunting." So I said, "All right, sounds good to me." Um, my first year out, I did have an opportunity at a really nice buck, and I wound up missing him. But that right there kind of drove me to pursue bow hunting further. Yeah, I missed that deer, but the fact that I had that adrenaline rush and that deer had to be so close for me to really get a shot at it really brought out that primal instinct that we all have. So I am going into my 11th season now of bow hunting, and it's really just been, again, a huge part of my life. I've had a lot of fails, I've had a lot of successes now. And I'm a big DIY guy, do it yourself, get out there, public land, Minnesota, and really challenge myself year in and year out to be the best hunter that I can. Um, I I really enjoy the challenge of public land hunting, and that is, you have other hunters, you have other things that go on with public hunting. Um, you got pheasant hunters running around, you got squirrel hunters running around here where I'm at in Minnesota, and it really pushes you to learn how to hunt different areas a lot harder. And so with that, you know, it's just been a fun challenge for me. I do a fair bit of private land out in South Dakota. My cousin lives out there. So we did a bunch of door knocking, met with a bunch of farmers, landowners, that sort of thing, and we got a ton of permission land. Very grateful for those farmers and landowners out there letting us hunt their properties. We do a lot of meat sharing with them at the end of the season, and it's kind of our little piece of gratitude to them for letting us get out on their land and hunt. So the past few seasons for me, I've really dove into turkey hunting as well. I had a little bit of success with that. My first year, uh, ate tag soup, but I learned a lot. And the past two seasons now, I have filled out both in Minnesota and South Dakota, and it's just really been a huge change for me. Being able to hunt in the spring. It was always an off-season deal for me, but now it's what I look forward to every year. And then whitetail hunting the past few seasons. It's been some of the harder years for me, weather-wise, and then also just uh, what we have available for us for public land here, and the people, during that lovely time the last couple of years that we all know about, where everybody started getting into bow hunting. Not a lot of guys know what they're doing, and so it really made you have to think outside the box to get away from the crowds and avoid all the people. So South Dakota for me has been awesome. Um, we have a ton of big deer running around on the properties that we hunt. Um, and this guy here gave me the opportunity this last year, 2022 season, and I wound up taking him at 6 yards off the ground in a quick setup in a cedar blind, really. I took some branches and some grass, made a quick little blind, and set up on a trail leading to a scrape. And then a couple years ago, I actually wound up taking this buck back here. That was my first year in South Dakota, and that one was a pretty special one as well. Wound up taking him at 27 yards out of a stand, and so it's just been really good for me the last few seasons. I've also wound up taking a few really nice public land deer here in Minnesota. This guy, obviously, pretty large, wide, heavy. Um, Wound up scoring him estimated gross 167 and 2/8. Now, does that matter to me? Not at all. I could care less what a deer scores. I aim to shoot a mature deer every year, and it's not about how many inches that deer has. I really, really am there for the experience and the memories, and trying to fool an animal of this caliber is not an easy thing to do. The private lands we hunt, we don't get to use your typical methods of going out and doing the work on the land yourself. We hunt with what we got, with what the farmers planted that year. We get to do a little bit of tree trimming. That's about it. So our setups are really basically like hunting public land, minus the fact that we got permission to hunt them. So that is kind of just my background with hunting there. The other thing that I really am looking to do with this channel is share my full experience. Photos do a great job at showing you the end result of a hunt, or what I got going on, but they don't encapsulate the whole experience that I had. So I really want to share that with you guys and hope you enjoy some of that stuff. Another thing is I'm a gear junkie. I got into saddle hunting a few years ago, just with hunting all these public lands and taking mile-long hikes out. I needed a way for me to be more efficient, and that was the best way for me to do it. And so I'm constantly testing new gear, constantly changing my setups, trying to find the best possible setup for myself. Okay. And another big thing is I want to share behind the scenes stuff, the car karaoke's, that sort of thing. I really want to show you guys what we're doing when we're out scouting, when we're out driving around, when we've had a rough day and we just need to go scout and look for something. That's a lot of things that I feel like don't get shared all that often. So that's kind of what I want to share with you guys. I really hope you guys give me some insight on what I can do better. I hope you enjoy what I'm putting out for content, and this is beyond a hobby for me. So